Welcome back to the Culture of Currency. As you see here, we have a very, very interesting video today. Let's put it that way. But first, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and join the rest of the internet and get into that. I need to say this out front. In the coming days, I'm going to have a video that you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to stay tuned because this is going to be about a way to score some awesome deals on silver. It is something that has run across my email and something that is going to be huge news. So if you're somebody who loves silver and even gold, if you're a buyer of that stuff, I know silver has been high, gold has been high. There is going to be an upcoming opportunity for you to score some awesome products at a discount. So that is something exciting and special that's going to be happening, and you're going to want to pay attention to that, and I will be getting that information out. In fact, I'll probably have definite information on a video that gets posted the 22nd of this month. It's super exciting. I am shocked to be a part of it, to be honest, but it's a fantastic opportunity for you. So if you are somebody who is a buyer of silver and gold and you're just itching right now for an opportunity, wait for my video on the 22nd. All will be made clear to you and you will have an opportunity to really score some value with your dollars, which is fantastic. Now that we've talked about that, let's go ahead and get to this video. All right, so today we have some news coming out of the U.S. Mint. It's always good having disappointing news from the U.S. Mint, which seems to be a growing trend here lately. This is a topic that I saw on Salivate Metal's channel. He's more of an expert than I am on certain aspects of this, but there's a angle of this that I definitely have some say in and think you should be knowledgeable about too. So recently, let's go ahead and get to the post. Check this out. This is the United States Mint. I did not Photoshop this in any way. Many of you might know this. United States Mint and Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products announce Coin and Metal series celebrating comic art and launch survey seeking public input on DC superhero selections, which means the deal is already made. They're putting out this survey, which I've already done, by the way, in order to figure out which coins would be most desirable in DC theme. If you don't know what DC is, they are the giant affiliated comic book maker with people like Superman and Green Lantern, The Flash, Batman. That's kind of their area. Opposed to that would be Marvel, which is going to be Spider-Man, Wolverine, Thor, Hulk, all of those cats. So for some reason, the United States did something that I have been waiting my entire life for them to do, which is create more bullion coins that are, reflective of our nation, just like so many others do. In Perth, in Australia, we have the kookaburra, we have the emus, we have so many, many beautiful coins. In Austria, they have the Philharmonic as the Philharmonic Orchestra there. In Canada, they've got the maples, they've got, all kinds of cool themes, the Predator series of native animals. And here we are in America, and we have the American Silver Eagle, which is beautiful, I get it, but we have a wealth of beautiful things worth highlighting on coins. Beautiful people, beautiful nature, beautiful backgrounds, cities, skylines, you name it. And so when I heard that they were going to be having a new series, I thought, oh my gosh, this is what I've been waiting for my entire life. And then they go on and do something like this. Not that I'm necessarily a hater on DC. I actually, I like comics and Marvels. I like comics, DC and Marvel alike. But this is, to me, a giant swing and a miss. We saw in their Peace Dollar and Morgan Dollar series some issues when it came to distribution and expectation, all that kind of stuff. And they have decided to branch out with DC. I got to ask myself why. Why would you go out and create a product licensed with comic books? Why would you decide that? One, this is not public domain stuff, which means there's going to be royalties involved. There is the idea that this could be a popular theme, but even in that, you're a little bit late to the boat because the superhero trend unfortunately seems to be slowly declining. Even Marvel's heyday seems to be 2 or 3 years ago. So you've kind of missed the boat on that. And when it comes to popular culture, such as Pac-Man and Mickey Mouse and all that kind of stuff, what we see is ebbs and flows. We don't see consistent things. But there are so many Americana type things out there that actually would be kind of evergreen. The U.S. Mint has said that they wanted to do this to highlight the exclusively American comic book art form, which I disagree with entirely. I think comic book art may have started in America, but it has developed and borrowed animation tactics and layouts from many other nations, probably most importantly being Japan. Even the Ninja Turtles back in the day was a Japanese comic that came to America and was Americanized. So I'm not completely sold on that being true. But even so, if we wanted to go into art forms, maybe we could have a couple of coins that are comic book related in a series of American art forms that have things like Andy Warhol, maybe Frederick Remington, the sculptor, with his beautiful Western art. I mean, there's just so many to choose from. Norman Rockwell. There is not a Norman Rockwell painting that I've seen and not say, man, that is a golden age in America. So that being said, absolutely, I think art forms of American fashion is something we could make a coin on. I just don't think we should selectively say DC and then for some reason create a product line where there is absolutely commercialization and license rights in play. That doesn't make sense when there's so many public domain things. National parks, we've only seen, taking the quarters, for example, and blowing them up to a 5-ounce variety. Why not have 1-ounce variations of this? And if you're going to do metals, which means Congress doesn't necessarily have to sign off on everything, like they would if you made a 1-ounce bullion coin, why are you not really going into true heroes? We've had commemoratives, we've had things like that, but superheroes are all well and good. We have so many heroes here in America that just walk the streets daily. We have veterans, we have nurses, we have teachers, we have preachers, we have all kinds of people, janitors, the unsung heroes. So anyway, I digress. I'm not very happy with this announcement. We'll go through it here. As you can see, I'm not going to read through all of this. If you'd like to, it's on the usmint.gov website, but basically it's saying that the new series will feature a series of 9 iconic superheroes depicted on 24-karat gold coins, 3 nines, 5 silver medals, and non-precious metal clad medals. Debuting in summer 2025, so 1 year from now, with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman in a 3-year series will include 6 additional DC characters in 26 and 27. So the only good news, I think, is that they're willing to open the doors into other themes, which I think is a good thing. So hopefully what we will see is that this will actually do well enough to where they branch off into series that actually should be recognized throughout the world. Maybe like city skylines, things like that. That would be really cool. And they're public domain, so you don't have to sit there and charge people more money just to sell your product. All right, so we move on. I'm not going to get into all this. I don't care about how excited they are about this, who's designing it at this point. What I wanted to do is go through, where is it at? There's going to be, here's the survey. Okay, let's go through this together. The ultimate crossover, United States Treasury Mint versus DC. All right, so here is their choose your hero. Oh, I've already completed it. It doesn't let me do it. You can go in and do it if you have strong opinions about this. I basically have always been an Aquaman fan, so I rated him a 10 and everyone else was around a 5. But they do have some obscure characters. They do have some, middle of the line characters like Shazam. But apparently they're not going to let me do it again. That's okay. This is very big news in some ways, as the U.S. Mint is not notorious for going out and doing things like this. The fact that it's willing to be discussed and willing to be put into plan, even if it is DC, is good news. I have to say that out loud. However, they could have done so many more things, I think, with this opportunity to branch out. So hopefully what we will see is an expansion of this program. I am praying for its success for that reason, but I just don't know exactly what the future is going to hold on this. I'm not necessarily happy with this theme. I think this would have been like after they have done 5 or 6 successful themes that are public domain Americana based, that then it opens the doors for conversations like DC, Marvel, all of those things where licensed rights are at play and companies take advantage of their exposure with the federal government. That to me seems to be an ethics issue, a violation issue, where the government has selected a certain brand to be represented on U.S. coinage and not others. So that's interesting to me. I don't know necessarily if the U.S. Post, so on stamps, I don't know what their process is, but I know they have obviously done Marvel and DC characters and other pop culture characters in the past. And so I don't know if there's a reputable process on this, or probably is. If you know one, put it down in the comments below. But it does seem a little bit fishy that you have gone with one company. But that's just, me being me. That is all we have for today. Please remember, as always, to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.